HooHooHooRobin.
Oh, yeah. Back with the Opie and Anthony show. Well, Anthony and Sam show for the time being. I guess starstruck Opie, Jimmy Norton, and even Bill Burr, who is a star in his own right these days, they're down the hall because Bill Cosby is here, the cause, and they want a picture with him. But apparently there's a giant line of people that have to get a picture with Bill Cosby, and they got on that line?
There was at one point a big line,
yeah.
And they were at the end of it, but I'm guessing they're getting escorted through or not.
Oh, there's a photo opportunity. I'm surprised you didn't go down for the big photo op.
I could give a shit about the cause.
What?
Hey, Rudy. Oh, here comes Kenny.
Kenny's got an update.
What's up, Kenny? What's going on down the hall?
Well, they were standing in line like second-class citizens.
Yeah.
So I got somebody to approve for them to cut the line, so they have an audience now with Mr. Cosby.
How did that work out with the rest of the people online? They must not have been happy.
Well, my first request was denied, and then I went to somebody else, and they realized...
Who are the people that are online?
Yeah.
Subscribers have to be taken care of. They pay our salary.
Oh,
right.
God. Why not take care of them by having a website that works, having a fucking radio that doesn't just stop playing whatever you're listening to?
Yeah, maybe you could enjoy Art Bell then.
Yeah. Well, Art Bell would have been here.
You don't like Bill Cosby?
No.
Why not?
Back in the fucking, 70s, I guess he was relevant.
Well, yeah,
I could give a shit about Bill Cosby.
You don't think the Cosby Show was relevant?
Oh, wow. What kind of fantasy is that? Was that show considered science fiction? Please. You know what I'm talking about.
Because doctors and lawyers don't end up getting married?
Yeah, exactly. Doctors and lawyers and kids that are perfect without any fucking problems.
Why would they have problems?
Well, please.
That was pretty cool.
That was a little Bill Cosby action?
Pretty cool.
What's Jimmy still fucking down there lapping Cosby ass? Was it? Oh, wait, Bill. What happened?
He saw how nervous Jim. He was like, where are you working? And Jim's like, and he goes,
oh,
where are you working tonight? And then he goes, the comedy cellar. And he goes, you see how quick that came to you? And Jimmy just goes, yeah, I know, I was just nervous. He goes, that's why I asked you again.
Oh, no.
No, he knows that people get
Was Jimmy all fucking nervous, Nelly?
Dude, it's Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
Come on,
man. That's the.
That's a biggie.
I said last night when I met him, I said this is like meeting the Pope. He goes, yeah, except way more entertaining.
Yeah, okay.
Guess who Ant's not a big fan of?
Cosby?
The cause. No.
You're not a fan of Bill Cosby?
No, I'm a fan. I just don't. I just don't need a picture. I didn't
when
really
I was just a young nothing, I'd listen to Bill Cosby records.
My brother Leonard album. Russell.
I wasn't a fan of the Cosby Show or any of that shit.
You're thinking Leonard Part 6.
So.
Right, that was a great movie.
That was a good
Ghost
movie.
Dad.
All right.
Good Lord.
He's still a legend. Jesus.
I was just
Meteor
thinking,
Man.
can we just somehow
let's keep it nice for once.
fucking moment
Right,
on the goddamn show?
Please. It always has to be knocked down
all the stuff that guy did. It's like, you know what I hope? I hope at the end of your career, they play those clips of you when you first started working.
Oh, the horrible
the ones that make you pull your winter coat over your face. They bring that up.
What moment of fairness did I just miss? I came in.
Wait a minute. Anytime.
Remember
that?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
What did I just miss? Because I came in.
He's trashing Cosby is what you missed.
To have Kenny telling me who wouldn't let us cut the line.
We were trying to say what a great experience that was, and within 2 seconds he brings up Leonard Part 6.
Part 6 and Ghost Dad.
Well, yeah, all right. So he wasn't always an Oscar winner, but he's still. What about the Uptown Saturday Night and all the fucking things he did? Cosby's
I like the I Spy.
But
the I Spy was a good show.
While you were out of the room,
Robert Culp.
Right.
Ant said Cosby hadn't been relevant since the 70s.
Well,
oh my God!
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did. You would change your tune if you just met him. He couldn't have been nicer.
That's not true either, because he's actually quoted a lot in. He's one saying you can't be a doctor talking like this, and he was criticizing that fucking element of the black community.
I heard you were a nervous little Nelly in front of him.
Yeah, but I made him laugh. That's all that matters.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, he laughed.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah,
he absolutely laughed.
He's a great, positive positive moment.
He addressed me and I didn't say anything.
How dare you?
He asked me where I
Try to
worked.
ruin our
How
little.
dare you, sir?
Ruin our little fanboy
I'm not going to
moment.
ruin it. That's wonderful.
He asked where I worked, and I just panicked and didn't say anything. Because he was looking at Norton. He goes, Norton. And I'm like, oh, I told him I panicked.
Oh, you did.
Fucking idiot comic I am.
But he likes you to sit really close to him.
Yeah.
I thought I was sitting close enough, and he made me scoot in even more.
You scooted
I
in
felt
on
his
him?
warm butt cheek.
Oh, nice.
We were butt cheek to butt
I had
cheek.
to push to open again. He was going to take the. You don't take the 3-shot. You always
I
get
don't
the
care.
photo.
Why?
No,
I like being in a 3-shot with
I
you
do
guys.
too with my friends, but I
it
mean,
would be 4 officially
get
with Mr.
the,
Cosby.
Yeah.
Did you get the solo shot?
Yeah, but you got
shots.
it because
You
again,
did?
it's
Bill Cosby. His eye is a little.
Yeah, he's had some issues, but
He always
got
had
some
something going
glaucoma
on with
or
that eye.
something, right?
that was
That eye
awesome,
was
though.
always a little.
we doing it again,
funny.
Bill?
I just, you guys, I swear to God, you guys could literally be staring at a bag of $1 million and be like, hey, what's this, burlap? Really? Why, how come it's on a nylon sack? It's just fucking.
Bill really hits us with reality when he comes in.
You guys are like so habitually
so right.
fucking negative. It's unbelievable. It's insane.
I can't argue with you.
I've never.
absolutely
I
right.
mean,
You're
dude, I'm
absolutely
not
right.
exactly Mr. Sunshine here, and it's just like I am astounded. When I come in there, I don't give a fuck what just happened.
He's right.
I know.
I can't argue that. I don't know why. I don't know why we do that.
I'm not going to say his name, but everybody's going to know. But that dude came in. He gave you a killer hour of radio. And he had some sort of bladder control problem. And then in the end, you took the pictures and you pointed at the wet stain in his crotch. It was just like this guy just destroyed.
That's one of the greatest shots ever. though.
Iron Sheik,
Iron Sheik.
Not only did they take a photo with him, when they do signings,
That's the photo
their
we
promo
print up.
photo that they sign.
But Iron Sheik signed it, and he signed my picture, and Iron Sheik drew an arrow down to the piss stain. He doesn't mind that.
Yeah, but that's your
Justified.
promo shot now that you hand out to everybody to say this is the show.
I just look at it and say, that's the Iron Sheik, man. Show some respect. Let's try to go belt buckle high.
Belt buckle.
You guys are just zooming into it, pointing at it.
When it's all said and done, I met Bill Cosby today, and I'll be pretty excited about that, Bill.
He's a nice man, isn't he? He's a nice man. He's sitting and talking
yeah.
to you. He doesn't just
Yeah,
rush
he
you
could have
through.
told everybody to fuck off.
He takes his time.
We have
What do we
everything.
got here? Adebisi.
Adebisi's
Adebisi.
Who's that?
You might remember
Adebisi.
him from Lost. He was Mr. Echo on the show Lost. You might remember him from Oz. He was Adebisi
Right.
from Oz.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's one of the rare things to try to do is get into 2 shows
Yeah,
where
yeah.
you win the championship. You go to syndication.
Right? That's huge.
How was
Very few have ever done 3.
3?
When you get 3, you're talking a guy like Lee Majors.
Wow. Yeah.
Lee Majors was
William Shatner.
on Big Valley,
Yes.
$6 Million Man,
Yeah.
and
And then the one where he was a stunt guy.
yeah,
The fall guy.
the fall guy.
Shatner did
Heather
it too.
Locklear might be on 4. She's
Shatner, too. Shatner had
Shatner's
TJ
three,
Hooker,
yeah.
Star Trek.
Heather Locklear is like the
yeah.
Bill Russell or Yogi Berra, which she got more
Yeah.
championships than fingers.
90210, right? Or the other one.
She was on TJ Hooker.
TJ Hooker. Wow, yeah.
Before he comes in, because he's going to come in a couple minutes.
Oh, he's walking
how
down
is
the
the
hall.
Kevin Costner thing, and when does that movie come out?
Oh, yeah, it's called Black and White. It starred Kevin Costner and Octavia Spencer.
Jesus.
Directed by Mike Binder. And we shot it down in New Orleans, and I had a great time, other than the most unbelievable humidity I've ever been in my life.
A little sticky.
Dude,
a
it
little
was
damp.
It was, but I had an awesome time, and everybody was.
Now,
it was
the dumb
great.
question: How cool is Costner?
We went bow fishing the last night.
No
out
kidding.
in the bayou.
Come on.
She taught me how to do it, and I shot this thing called an alligator gar.
Oh yeah, the Gars.
Something like that. Yeah, it was
Those
pretty
things
cool.
are scary looking.
It was pretty.
Jesus Christ.
I hear you're in a lot of the movie.
Well, look, dude, it's not out yet.
Look at Bill.
Okay.
It's not out yet, so there's a lot.
Because things could happen.
Oh yeah,
Some editing
things
and
get
shit.
cut and stuff. Like I know a guy. He had like 2 huge scenes with Al Pacino, and he told everybody.
Oh no.
And then they're cutting it down, and then they just cut his whole storyline.
Yeesh.
And that happens all the freaking time. So
It sucks when
Man.
they don't tell you. Like, they should at least let you know. What director said they were going to start letting people know, like, hey, man, you didn't make it. And this way you don't go there with your friends or whatever.
Hey, look, I'm in this movie. And then, oh, fuck.
Someone told us
that would be a good thing to do.
Didn't that happen to Costner in The Big Chill?
Really?
I think so, right?
Yeah, because
then he was just a corpse or something.
Yeah, he played the body.
He was just the body in the Big Chill, and
man.
I wonder if he had to audition for that. If they just were looking at headshots,
Yeah,
it's just like he has a
good.
nice
right. But I heard
dead guy look.
he filmed a bunch of
I know,
other
right?
he filmed a bunch of other scenes, but in the end, that was his part in the Big Chill.
Right.
So
I like
it
them.
comes out next year.
Yep, that one comes out next year.
Damn.
You got any other ones coming up?
I got one with Elizabeth Banks called
Jesus,
Walk of
Bill.
Shame.
Holy fuck!
Bill's fucking getting some real
What the
roles, man.
fuck?
Is that done too?
Keep fooling him.
I like how Bill reacts to
I-
stuff.
I-
He grabs his hat, he pulls it down. It's like, yeah,
I don't know what they're seeing.
That's filmed. That's done too.
Yeah, I'm still a stand-up comic. I know how this game works. I've watched enough old Oscar footage. So you literally see presenters and you don't even know who they are. Like, who the hell is that? Like, they actually presented on the Oscars 10 years ago, and then there's a couple like, remember that guy? So
Oh, man.
I know how this works.
Do you want to at least be the remember that guy?
Presenter guy.
No, I just want to do what I'm doing, to be a comedian and sell tickets. That's all I ever wanted to do, and I act when they let me. That's basically it. And I go in, I show up on time, and I try to do a good job, and that's it.
And now presenting for Best Animated Feature, Bill Burr and Jared Leto. Come out. Hey, Jared. Little
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
going back and forth, reading the fucking teleprompter.
I wouldn't do that.
That would be great.
That seems like a hell gig. How you doing?
Bill
How you
Burr.
doing, man?
You were on the
Yeah,
air.
we're on,
Take a
brother.
seat right there. We
We're
are
on, man.
Welcome.
Hanging. You were here a while back.
Yes, I was.
Yeah.
It was a while back. wasn't it?
Yes.
It was a while ago. I forgot what it was even for.
We have to pronounce your name. We have to pronounce your name properly. Adewale.
That's it. Leave it there.
Yeah, Adewale.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. We got that. Yeah. Last time you were here, we were talking about, of course, your role as Outer BC in Oz, and how you wore the little hat on your head and had to like glue it to the side of your head or something.
No glue.
And stay there. No, it actually stayed. It was on a little bit of stubble, I think you
That's
said.
right, yeah.
So it stuck like Velcro.
It's all about the
Yeah.
bristles, man. Bristles.
Who do you play in Thor?
Played two characters. Algrim, the Strong, and who transforms into Curse, this formidable beast who goes to
Curse Man?
No.
He's cursed.
Curse man.
He's cursed to die, but before he does, he takes on this formidable power, 10 times that of Thor. So it's kind of like Holyfield and Tyson, the big bout in the cosmos. It's the big throwdown.
So you're the I guess the bad guy in the movie?
I guess you would be.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. they don't hire me for my good looks, man. It's a
bad guy.
Nah.
So how long did it take to? I'm going to ask the hacky question. How long did it take to film like the fight scene where? Do you get the hammer out of his hand? Are you allowed to tell?
I got it in my hotel, actually.
So I'm thinking you won, right? You got his hammer. That's it.
I'm still standing. No, the fight sequences were choreographed for over a number of weeks, 3-4 weeks, and we did them in Iceland in minus 30 degrees. So no matter how much you train inside the gym or warehouse, you go out there, it's a very different ball game. You know? But the prosthetic suit that I had on kept me warm, and it was lots of sweat.
What a
and glue
life!
in
You're
there.
in Iceland wearing a prosthetic suit fighting Thor. You got to be thinking like, how the hell did I get here?
I was thinking, I'm getting paid for this.
Yeah.
This is great. Actually, we did have a moment like that. We were there like 4 a.m. He's in his red cape and Chris and his hammer, and I'm standing there with horns on my head, and we just had a giggle, man.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, you just look at each other like, what the? This is a job?
How is Iceland?
Cold.
It's cold?
Yeah, it's really cold. But you know what? It's one of the most spectacular places I've ever been to. It was the first time I realized that we actually lived on a planet. Right. Because there's fissures coming out of the ground. There's northern lights dancing in the sky, shooting stars falling all over the place. You're just like, whoa.
Just so different from everything you've been used to.
Yeah.
All life.
It was spectacular, though. Really, real big treat.
It does sound like a cool
I'm
place
going
to
there
go.
in December.
Are you? For what? For
I got a gig.
You got gigs?
Yep.
Is that English?
You got one out there?
I do stand up. I got a stand up gig over there. I have no idea how it's going to go over. It's going to be hilarious if I fly all the way over there to bomb.
Well, and nobody's going to know. So that's one thing.
That is true.
But the thing is, they got this town called Reykjavik.
Yep.
And it's hot. They drink a lot. And when I say a lot, They drink a lot.
I like this
And
place.
the women are very forthcoming.
Oh, wow.
So even if you bomb, you're going to be okay.
Do they like the accent, the American accent?
You know what?
How would he know?
Well, he might have an American friend.
I just think they know what they like, and they come up to you and they'll tell you, I want you. You're coming with me. And
Do they speak English over there? Is that the?
Yeah, they've got their own
Version of
Icelandic language, but
Another wonderful country that actually
They speak English, too.
the majority of the people speak more than one
And
language.
they also stood up to the banks. They were like, "Fuck you, that's your debt."
Oh,
did,
yeah,
you pay for it. And the bank's kind of like, "Oh, all right, well, if you're gonna."
If you're gonna be like,
we could have done that. We should have done that easy.
That's where Bobby Fischer beat Spassky for the chess championship in '72, Reykjavik, Iceland. And when he was at the end of his life, they gave him a home when he couldn't come back to the U.S.
Oh, right.
really?
Yeah.
Just wanted to throw a sad fact
Yeah,
into a fun interview.
So now you're the bad guy. You're more powerful than Thor.
I am.
So he needs like Loki, I guess, to help him out. And they're not on the best of terms from like the last movie.
You got it.
Yeah,
That's exactly. And you see, so it takes two of them.
Right. That's what I'm
It
assuming.
takes two of them,
That's
though.
why he needs his little brother there or whatever.
Yeah, the Dark Elves is what we are known as. It's a race of aliens whose population has been wiped out by the Asgardians, by Thor and his people. And so there's a point within the constellations when we can come back and reinstate ourselves and get some payback. So that's really the.
How do
mission.
people come up with how are you that creative that you come up with this constellation and elves and stuff like that? I've tried to write
and black
script.
elves, right?
Oh, it just comes out like an...
Equal opportunity elves.
We're pointing.
They're all
I got
elves.
blue eyes in this one, boys. Blonde
man.
hair. It's a real getup.
You have blonde hair?
Yeah, blonde hair, blue eyes, pointed ears. It's all there.
The only one that rocked though.
You got to be standing as you get putting that stuff on, thinking like this movie better work.
Yeah, because I'm gonna
This better
look
work,
a
man.
little silly.
Well, you know what? It's another one of those. If it doesn't, nobody's going to recognize me anyway.
Oh, there you go.
No, but Marvel, they do those things the best, man.
It really is. I
they
mean,
do these movies the best.
And the way they're doing special effects these days, it's so conducive to these action movies, the Marvel movies, and it looks great. I mean,
Have you seen this one?
Not this one. No,
you saw the first
I
one.
saw
right?
the first one. Yeah, and of course the Avengers saw that.
Yeah.
They look amazing.
Wait until you see this one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not because I'm in it. It's like, even when I went to see it, I wasn't even concerned about my part. It's just a spectacle.
Yeah.
And I feel like they've really pushed the bar with the special effects here. You're going to have a great time watching
You find
this.
when you watch these movies, you're looking all over the screen. It's not just like you used to just kind of look somewhere on the screen and watch a movie. Now you're like looking at different places on the screen because there's so much shit happening.
What you got
all
to do,
over the
though,
place.
you got to see this on IMAX 3D.
IMAX 3D
I mean,
is
that-
the
that-
only
real
one.
one, though.
The
That's-
real one. The real one.
Not that Coors Light
Right.
IMAX one that you get. That
No.
screwed me over. And
No phonies.
we went to go see Gravity.
Uh-huh.
And I kept saying to Nia, I kept going, it's IMAX, right? It's IMAX. And she, yeah. And I showed up. It was bigger than the regular screen. But IMAX is you can't see the dude's head in front of you.
No.
And you feel like you're going to fall off
You're
the
in
earth.
That's
the
it.
fucking
That's
movie.
it. Wraps right around your head.
yes.
Beats you up with the sound. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like an orgy of
Yeah, I saw the last
experiences.
Star Trek in IMAX 3D. It was amazing. Like you're in space. You're fucking floating around in space.
It's a great experience. That's
Yeah.
I just said, I just saw, what did I just see? Ender's Game in IMAX, and I was just like, I gotta get one of these in my house.
Oh man,
This is the way to go, man. I can't watch the TV now after seeing
We
it.
saw Gravity in IMAX, and the most amazing part of it is when Sandra Bullock is fixing something outside the spaceship, and she's just floating, and it's this really weird sense of just kind of floating next to her. It wasn't even a special effects action sequence. It was just her floating right in front of your face. It was very surreal.
Especially when she had next to nothing on. I heard that was really spectacular.
I didn't care for that part at all. I felt it sent the wrong message.
Yeah, like a man with morals.
Yeah, I don't go for that stuff. A tawdry type of material.
Tawdry.
How many languages do you speak?
Just like 2 or 3. Yeah.
2 or 3?
Yeah.
With English or what else?
A little bit of French, a little bit of Italian.
Okay, it said our prep sheets are frequently very wrong. It says you are fluent in several languages. Does it say Italian, Yoruba, and Swahili?
Yeah, Yoruba is my native tongue from Nigeria, so I can get along with that too. But often what they put down there is if you say a line or two in a movie, they say you're fluent.
Yeah.
You know, I was fluent for the movie. I was fluent for the paycheck, but you know,
I got a little tie to Nigeria. I just got an email from there. There's like $20 million waiting for me. I just gotta.
You got that one too?
Yeah, I just gotta send them some fucking banking information and stuff, and it's all mine. I'm really psyched. Bill's just shaking his head.
No, I've got that one.
Let me know when you get it.
I'm more shaking my head that people fall for
Still
that.
fall for it, right?
Well, that's their own fault, though, right?
Exactly.
I mean, like, how can you be so stupid and greedy?
At this point, it really is.
Yeah, and at this point, it's like everybody knows, don't they?
Yeah. At this point, it's like opening your front door and seeing a paper bag on fire. You don't step on it because you know there's dog shit in there.
Especially with your email.
Get the broom.
Yeah, get the broom.
If you it's like, dear sir, I need your help, and your email address is fartshitter@AOL. So why would they be contacting you with a financial?
This lawyer has a weird email.
No, it's like somebody likes me.
Yeah.
You know?
I like the ones on the Facebook where there's just some unbelievably gorgeous woman will just say, "Hey, I saw your picture," and like your male ego, you just want to believe it. And you open it up and it always says this account has been deleted. You're like, I thought I was looking all right. You know, I finally
Not again.
Yeah,
Who wants to be my friend?
dude. I'm like Charlie Brown with that shit. I will forever try to kick the football. I always
just want to believe every single time.
It's a hard knock life, huh?
Yeah.
You got to be sitting in front of a computer on Facebook looking for chicks.
Yeah. It's like, or the ones that pick what town you live in, and it's like, Becky. Becky is in Comac, New York right now.
No, I always get the ones
really?
where it's clearly their second language, and it's like, I think you great you, like whatever it is, it's going like
she could have misspelt it.
Dude, it's not even a she, it's a guy. He just took the photo. It's some giant hairy Russian guy sending the stuff to you.
Nobody is that lucky, man.
Yeah.
Nobody is that lucky. You gotta know.
You're crushing my dream. You
always open it though and be like, what's
you gotta have some hope, right?
Yeah, you got to.
Even if it's coming from Bulgaria.
We were talking about before you came in, like you're one of the rare people that have been on 2 TV shows that made it to syndication.
Yeah.
So if you get to the third one, then you get into we're talking like Lee Majors has done 3. Shatner's done 3, and I think Heather Locklear's the king with I think she's done 4.
Man, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Made it to syndication. So you're right there.
Yeah,
I'm on my way.
You're like the New York Football Giants with like 4 Super Bowls. You get that 5th one, you're
dynasty.
Yeah.
You're getting some checks.
But this is good to know.
Getting checks. Damn.
Did you practice law at all, or just graduate?
No, I graduated and then I ran as fast as I could from it, But 7 years was enough.
Did you ever take the bar or no?
No. Just did a bachelor's and a master's degree in law.
And that's in London.
That's it. And then just dominated
casual.
That was in London,
I just became a movie star.
Yeah,
what do you have your sights fixed on next? Flying the next space shuttle? Let's do that for a weekend.
A bit of directing, bit of this,
You can't go to Mars. They're doing a Thor movie again. So. Shooting it at the North Pole. Figure we'd go up there and go do that.
No. It's been a great foundation, though, because it's what's helped me stay focused and disciplined. Because you come in this industry with all hippified, it's artsy, but the law, you train your brain and you approach it the same way as you would a case. You analyze, you focus, stats, everything. So it really
must
helped
be
me
convenient to not have people be able to mumbo jumbo you with a
contract
bullshit.
Oh man, you have no idea. I have a lot of active friends that are always asking, especially when I first got in, they were calling me up for a lot of advice. You know what I mean? So, to go over the advice that their own attorney.
It'd be embarrassing if I had to ask you for advice because I'm so not well read with that stuff that I can't even intelligently
convey what the problem is.
I mean, I'm getting here like 2 paragraphs in. What is this shit about?
It's all mumbo jumbo. You can break through it. But you know what's funny is, like, obviously you studied law, and then you blow up by playing the most notorious convict in the prison, in New York.
But those are the best roles.
It is.
You don't want to be the good guy. Come on, knock it off.
You were so evil in Oz, man. It was just whenever you were on screen. Yeah, it was. Because whenever you were on screen, you're just like, oh shit. It almost felt like you were in the joint. Like you would want to avoid Arabisi in prison. Adebisi at any cost. And then, like, you'd be watching at home, and he'd come on screen, and you'd be like, "Oh shit! Don't look at him. Don't make eye contact." Soon.
Yeah, I mean, they should have a poster of him in the schools. It's like, be a
deterrent.
Yeah, do your homework.
That show was done so well. I forget about avoiding his character. I avoided the series. I watched 2 or 3. I was just like, dude, this is just
too real.
It's too much. I mean, I almost would rather watch. The documentaries of prison weren't as bad because they alluded to what happened. Like
they edited it.
They showed it. It was just
people shitting on each other. The branding that would go on, and
didn't get that far into it.
It was a nightmare. I
saw one rape, and I was like, all right, that's how I thought it would go down.
It was funny. Just yesterday, this guy he works just outside the building where I live, and every time I go by, he's always trying to pull me in, but I'm always going to work. And yesterday he got me. He said, "I just want to tell you, I'm such a big fan, and my favorite scene." He started to go into what his favorite scene was when I had Kenny Wanger on the bed, and I'm just looking. It's like 8:00 in the morning.
Oh man!
And this guy's like 50. I'm like, that's too much information, bro. I'm glad that you like the show. He's going into all details.
Hey, that's when you got to do the cell phone trick. Hey, I gotta just keep walking.
Hey, when you rape somebody in a scene, do you get to cut them at craft services that day?
Those are tough, man.
Oh man!
I mean, personally, I could never be on the other end.
Right. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I just couldn't, and it was a very, very traumatic scene for the actor.
It was, right?
It really was. It shook him up.
Damn.
There were tears because it's a violation. Whether you're doing it or simulating it, it's like ain't nobody want to do that and then not be seen to be doing that in front of millions. So, I applaud him because he's a great actor, but it's hard, man.
I heard there was a rumor that said if you pissed off the writers on that show that they wrote a rape scene for you.
No, that was Mary Tyler Moore.
That's what I heard. I'm not saying that's right. I'm just saying, like, I don't know how this stuff starts.
No, that's true.
It is true?
Yeah, like, you get axed. You would get axed, raped, killed, shanked, whatever.
Damn.
And that was good. That was the good times. Because you show up for work and you do your job. Otherwise, you were dead or raped or whatever.
Fuck. I didn't realize, exactly. I didn't realize it affected the actors after it was all done, though.
Say again?
I didn't realize it affected the actors, though, after they moved on from that.
Yeah, I mean, it does. I mean, it depends what you're doing. But, I mean, look, there were guys who were not homosexual, but they'll come in and, they're putting tongues down each other's throat. I mean,
Jesus.
And then you go home and kiss the wife and the kids. I mean, that's, of course, right. it's going to shake you up.
Especially when you realize you're still thinking about work.
Right. Well, you got to go back to work and do it the next day, and then.
Why does it now have to be tongues down the throat?
Well, I mean, that was that.
They used to just fake that a little bit.
No,
they would turn their heads a certain way.
The love scenes, even love scenes.
Right.
The whole thing is completely unnecessary. If you watch like old school movies, if they were going to show two people they were intimate, they would go in the bedroom and they close the door. You knew what happened. Watch right. Instead of banging each other. For some reason, it
needs to be broken down.
Yeah, they need to show it now. I don't.
Well, they have to show how passionate it is, and oh my God, it's look how good they fuck.
Don't you hate that?
For one of the better words.
What a connection.
Yeah.
I hate those clothes scene, tearing off scenes. I fucking hate sex scenes. It's angry. Nobody fucks like that.
Oh, really?
That's it.
Where's this guy from, man?
I just tweak my nipples. I'm losing my erection. Don't talk. I'm losing it.
No, I would say that. I'd say that, and actors eating in movies drives me up the wall because they overact eating. They'll like pointing with the bread and shit. If you went at lunch, you would just be
like messing with the food on the plate with the fork too much too.
Because they know they can't have food in their mouth.
Scraping it up, and
So you have to understand, like when you're doing those scenes, you do it like a dozen times. So you gotta eat a dozen burgers.
Oh man!
So that's probably why they're mouthing it off.
Jimmy doesn't like the love scenes because he thinks they're phony. They don't exchange money at the end of it.
Absolutely. If it's not an apology or cash, it's a lie. That's how I look at a good sex scene. But I don't relate to that. That normal people don't have sex that way. I mean, you can have passionate
loving
sex.
people.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Loving people
I have sex that way all the time.
The clothes getting ripped off. And, come on. How about just hang that? All right. Come on.
Well, wait a minute. Well, how do you have sex?
Yeah.
He said it. He wasn't lying. He likes his nipples tweaked.
You'll have sex.
And there's some other things that he's into. I'm not sure if he wants to.
I'm interested because I love that kind of sex.
Right,
I want to know like what kind of sex you have.
Sex. It's when you watch the way a movie because you can't feel when you're watching. It's like porno sex. When you watch it, they do what looks good, not necessarily what feels good. Like I dated a girl in porn, and she would blow me, and it would be like.
Oh, she's just going through the motions, man. That's motion.
And you're like, there's no cameras in here right now.
And I'm like, you're getting my whole dick in your mouth, and it's humiliating.
No, that was your foot.
Same measurement. Yeah, no, that's what bugs me about it.
And there might be some tinkle play in Jimmy's world. You know.
Maybe.
I don't mind.
There might be a little tinkle play.
Yeah, a little tinkle play, sure.
Yeah, you don't like them going for the motions. I'm with you on that.
I like passion, but to me they show passion to visual. It's not that close.
I'm just picturing Jimmy like alone with this girl, and she's making all that noise. He's not making any noise, like her just echoing in his fucking bedroom. That's just weird.
I can just picture her sitting there tweeting and while she's doing it.
And you're listening. Okay, on this take, we can just bring the energy down.
Right.
I understand. We're going to pull you back a little bit. It's literally like a performance.
But I guess if you're a porn star, you're feeling the pressure.
Right. Right.
Like, because you're thinking, oh, man, this is a porn star. And she's thinking, oh, fuck, he thinks he knows I'm a porn star. So she's all in.
This is a girl I saw quite a few times. And
so you knew she was just overworking it.
But that's how she did it. She was also, I think, she was escorting too, so that was just how she did it. You know, I like it kind of mellow.
The thing is, though, now a movie will be all over the top.
You don't go with a porn star if you like it kind of mellow.
No, that's true.
Because they bring the job home.
Yeah,
they can't help it.
You're saying that's his first mistake? That's his first mistake?
Yeah, I think that would.
I just
You've never had like that kind of passionate looking
sure,
sex
I've had it, but not like they do in the movies, like where you watch the clothes getting dropped on the way to the bed and the hunger in their eyes. It's like,
it's not a director in there with you to like go zoom in on the clothes.
No, I just don't like it.
But yeah,
it doesn't happen that way.
No, it actually does. There are
times it happens that way.
Times that it happens.
Yeah.
Especially like a crazy one night stand thing or a
Jim, I know what you're saying.
Drunken sex.
I know.
In fact, drunken sex always happens like
that. It's very
It's not like that every
coming off,
but it's
tripping
sloppy,
over.
though. It's sloppy. You jab it into her thigh.
Well, that happens a lot.
It's like a fucking dog.
No one loses a rod in rated R movies. No one ever goes like, come on, shh, let me focus. I'm losing it. Never. But that's true.
Ow.
Exactly. Let me unzip my pants. Ow. Exactly. Fucking, that's what I like.
Yeah.
Man knows what he likes.
What kind of lawyer did you want? I wanted to be a defense attorney when I saw Justice for All. That made me want to be a lawyer. And
Criminal law.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Prosecution or defense?
Defense.
Was it because for me it was like Pacino's big scene. You're out of, like, I like the idea of performing in front of a jury, and I think that's what drives a lot of people who become performers into law, is the idea that you're going to have this jury captivated, you're going to speak to them and change them.
I think so. I mean, it's very much an acting theater in the court. You know, you got to convince people, you got to perform, basically.
Did you want to wear that wig though?
Hell no.
That's some silly wigs over there that they wear.
My father had one, and he had it for like 20 years, and it looked like a little dead rat. He would brush it, and spray it, because it ferments and everything, and you put it on top of your head, and he was like really dark like me, and this little dead rat on his head. You got to take that seriously when somebody's defending you.
There's got to be a store where you can get a new one.
Yeah.
Do they still do it?
Oh yeah, very much. I mean, it's a tradition. It's the wig.
Do you have to do it?
Well, you don't have to, but you would be frowned upon.
It would be like wearing a rock.
It would be like going into court naked.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow, that's something. It's just so
silly.
As a barrister, we call them barristers.
Okay.
Barrister wears the wig, man.
And are the witnesses the same? Is there a difference between the witness stand there and the witness stand in our judicial system? I don't know why I thought it would stand or something, or maybe it's the exact same thing. I'm thinking of another country. Okay.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
We don't have wigs.
We kind of ripped them off a lot.
No, not at all. Sometimes the men wear wigs and we get fooled.
You have toupees, but
I didn't mean those. I meant long flowing wigs. You're like, wow, what a lovely girl, I imagine.
Adam's apple. Yeah.
Hey, what made you not do it? What made you go forget it?
You know what? It was more of a family tradition as opposed to a personal ambition. I'm the only boy for 4 girls, so I was expected to take over my father's profession. But, I did it as far as I could go, keep them happy.
Did he want you to do it and say, I want you to follow my footsteps?
Very much so.
So how long before he accepted the acting thing? Or has he?
Well, once I became famous. He actually got more business because he had fame. Like people would, I would go to his office. He'd call me up, come visit me. And I'd show up at the office and 30 people there waiting for all of his clients.
Hey, come see,
because of appearances on the TV. But it took a while because initially he had thought I betrayed. I was the white sheep of the family.
I see how that works.
You see what I'm saying? So, but they're all good now. I think what it was, my parents' generation. They were immigrants from Nigeria who came to England, so their impression of entertainment was debauchery, drugs, prostitution.
Right,
That's what they thought I was going to be.
Right.
They were right, but but and I think when they saw that I was still the same guy.
Do they enjoy the shows you were on, or just kind of be like, well, he's successful, but we don't necessarily like it?
They do. My mom doesn't like me dying. She can't take that.
Oh yeah, well that
once
would be
once
like
she
any...
dies, she gets up and leaves the movie.
Yeah,
she won't watch it anymore. She says he's dead. Why am I watching?
Yeah, I've heard from other actors that their moms really get upset about that whole thing.
She gets really. She takes it personally.
That figures.
But
I never thought of that before.
Right.
You gotta watch it.
Yeah, that your mom would be real bummed out about that.
Yeah. My mother actually rooted for it to happen to me in all movies.
Why ain't they killing you? Why ain't they killing him already?
Fucking Jimmy.
Hey,
Jim.
you're in Annie. Are you playing Daddy Warbucks?
No, Jamie Foxx is playing Daddy
okay.
Warbucks. I'm playing Jamie's right-hand man and confidant. And, I'm his driver, bodyguard. I'm his homie. And I'm a friend to Annie. I help her try to find her parents. Yeah. Good movie, man. Really, really good movie. Lots of laughs on it. Jamie's hilarious. And we're shooting all over New York. We got Cameron Diaz in it. Will Smith is producing it.
Oh, wow.
Jay-Z's doing the music. So it's going to be a nice one, man. It's going to be a real nice Christmas. And we got this lovely, lovely, talented little girl, Quvenzhané Wallis. She was Oscar nominated for Beast of the Southern Wild.
Yeah.
10 years old.
Oh, sure, right.
Blows you away, man. Little black Shirley Temple. Incredible.
And you do stuff in your father and your mother would see you and stuff. Did you do stuff in England first before here on TV before Oz? Was that your first?
No,
major?
I mean my career started in the States. I left law in England and I came to America, and that's where my career as an actor started. So and I actually did movies before even Oz. I did Congo, Legionnaire, but Oz was the thing that really blew me up here.
Oh, you're great, man. You're a great, great actor. And you're in Thor, which comes out tomorrow, obviously. Yeah. And it's AdewaleTheArtist.com and at Adewale, A-D-E. Am I saying that properly?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
ADEWALE. And
we got another nice one for you, Pompeii, which is a gladiator movie in February too.
Oh
and,
man!
You know you're gonna see Adebisi in the skirt, and the axe doing them up.
Ass,
so watch out for that one.
Nice.
You don't have to rape anyone, right?
Always nice to come and see you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man.
A lot of fun, man. Thanks for coming. Definitely. And Bill,
are we rapping?
I got a meeting.
The great Bill Burr.
I got a meeting to go to. I'm psyched.
Can I plug Bill?
Of course.
I don't know if this ticket's available, but try for the Beacon Friday night. Bill's got 2 shows. Give it a shot. Sometimes they release tickets late. You might get something. And, of course, Monday Morning Podcast and BillBurr.com.
Various movies.
There's a million gigs to go to his website.
Hey, have they contacted you about the Breaking Bad sequel?
Oh, the
lawyer?
Call Saul? No.
Yeah. No?
They haven't. So
Come on.
I was never able to guess which way that show was going. Every time I thought it was going left, it was going right. So if I had to guess what they're going to do, I think they're going to go back to what got Saul to Albuquerque.
Right, okay.
So I would guess if I was ever going to do it, it would be maybe towards the end.
You could pop in.
Which would be
somewhere.
interesting, with my hair thinning out, how they're going to do that.
How they're going to,
Because it is a prequel.
Yeah. Hey, why does he have a football helmet on? They don't explain it. He's just wearing one for no reason.
So, I don't know, but all I know is I'm going to watch every episode, and all the work that I've been getting is because of
Breaking Bad.
Vince Gilligan. I owe little acting career I have. I owe to him.
You, you're one of the few that kind of make it through Breaking Bad. You're somewhere, but
I'm like Mr. Pink.
You survived.
Although I think Mr. Pink gets shot in the end if you listen.
I think he gets arrested. He might get shot and arrested. It doesn't seem fatal enough.
Freeze. Dude, once you start shooting at cops, that they're not going to try to take you in at that point.
Well, that's true.
I finally get to do it. I finally get to do it.
That was Reservoir Dogs. Yeah. But Bill kind of, he's somewhere. He's alive, and then your buddy is left in that room where they told him don't leave.
They freaked him out.
Hilarious. They freak him out, so he's just kind of sitting there.
He probably stayed there for a couple of days.
You think he's there for a couple of days and peeked out,
and tiptoed
coast
away.
is clear.
Yeah.
He could fucking leave.
Who knows?
That was great. Yeah, the final episode was fucking really cool.
Wire, they did it. It's bittersweet that it's over. But I'm gonna buy the box set, and I'm gonna check out the Thor.
Yes, Thor.
What's the name of the movie?
Thor, The Dark World.
The Dark World. And IMAX. The real one.
Yeah, go see it in the real
one.
IMAX.
You can see somebody's head in front of you. You got ripped off.
Yeah.
And if you can't, all right.
We're out. Bill Burr, pleasure seeing you, buddy.
Always. Thank you.
Always.
All right,
man.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thanks, guys.